What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. It's another Talk to Me, Tell the Truth Tuesday. Talk to me, tell the truth Tuesday. That's what we do on Tuesday. We tell the truth. You might not like it, you might love it, but no matter what, we are obligated to be able to tell the truth. We're gonna give it to you like others aren't willing to give it to you. That's what we do here on Talk to Me Tuesday. Right here in the brand new suite. Y'all know what we've been doing for the past week and now 2 days. We've been talking about the 12 forms of capital. Because I think it's important real quick, and then I'm going to get into this because I'm not going to be long today. I think it's really important for us as entrepreneurs to understand the different forms of capital and then the impact that they have on you, your business, and your brand. And then also what I'm going to be talking about today is the community. Because what I want to talk about is community capital. How much community capital do you have as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as a company? And what I mean by community capital is this: it's the strength and support derived from engagement with local communities, right where you are, where you do business from. How engaged are you in that community? And I'm going to talk about two things. One, how engaged are you? I want you to think about that today. That's your homework today. I want you to sit and really think about how engaged are you as a brand in the community that you are a part of. And I want you to grade yourself. Give yourself a grade on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Where is your community engagement? What level is your community capital at? Do you need to pour more into your community capital, or are you at a sufficient level? Sufficient level. I have this thing with my author clients that I have, and when it comes to their number of books that they keep on hand, I tell them that they should have a par of 50. That means at all times they should be at 50. They should have 50 books on hand, so that if there's an event that they have to go to, if there's something that they just need to grab a book, they can do it quickly. They already have it on hand. They don't have to worry about that book actually being, having to wait to order it, saying, "Oh, I can't get it to them right now." But having those books on hand for you when you're out at, let's say you're out at the store, you're somewhere, and you happen to talk to someone about the product and services that you offer, and you say a keyword, and you find out that they're interested in buying a book. You should have 50 on par, 50 books on par. Same thing here with your community capital. What par do you gauge? At what level do you set for yourself? And you got to set that. I can't set that for you. Do you believe that is a comfortable level for you to be engaged in the community? You have two types of folks that have. I'll start with the low level capital, which I consider to be 1 or maybe even 0. And then there's the high level capital, community engagement. Community capital. Low level community capital, high level community capital. I'm gonna start with the low level community capital. In the black community, and I'm gonna say it just like this. Folks may not like it, but I'm here. This is Tell the Truth Tuesday, right? This is Tell the Truth Tuesday, so I'm gonna tell the truth. There are many businesses that are in our community that are not engaged in our community. To me, that's poor community capital. They have no vested interest in what is happening in the community. They take the money from those that live in the community and they move it out of that community. I'm going to say it again for you. Low level community capital are those businesses, those brands that take the money of the community and they remove it from the community. They don't put any part of that money back into the community. You know why I can say that? Because I can look at the conditions of the communities that I see. That of people that look like me and others. And I see the conditions of the community, and I see the businesses that are in the community, and they don't put their community capital into to where they are. They don't have a invested interest in where they are. They just want the money and they run. That's an example of a low level brand that does not have community capital. They have no vested interest. They have no engagement. They have no part of the community. All they want is the money out of the community. And here's the thing: being a responsible and engaged member of the community, it can enhance as an entrepreneur. It can enhance your brand reputation and create a positive environment for your business. That those companies that only want the money out of the community and don't pour anything back into the community, that's not their goal. That's not their mission. Their mission isn't to enhance the brand. Their mission is and their brand reputation, and certainly isn't to create an environment, a positive environment for their business. Morning, Abhijit. Morning, Keith. Thanks for tuning in. They can't be. If the only thing that they take out of if the only thing that they're doing is taking the money out of the community and not pouring into the community, yeah, they are definitely a detriment to that community. And here's the solution to that. And it's a quick, easy solution. And I get it. It's not going to be. I didn't say it was going to be easy, but I said it is doable. Is those folks that live in that community do not support that business. Dry it up. Make sure that no one in the community supports that business. Monica, yeah, you make sure that no one supports that business if that brand does not have any community capital. If they're not, and what I mean by community capital is, like I said, it's the support that you give, by being engaged with that community. Are you, as a brand, invested, engaged in a vital part of the community that you serve? Don't tell me that you serve people, you take their money, but you don't serve them. Yeah, you can't take the money and then not serve them. Yeah, that's not what you do. Now, the second one is the high level community capital. That's someone, and I use this example is Irving Magic Johnson. I call him Irving. He had a vested interest in the communities that he served. His company, I'm talking from Starbucks, I'm talking from the Magic Johnson theaters, all of his businesses that he had, he was intentional about having a high level of community capital. He had a vested interest. He had a vested interest in engagement with the local community. He was being responsible and engaged, in the community. And as a result of that, what happened to his brand and his business? It enhanced his brand reputation because everybody wanted to go to a Magic Johnson theater where it was in the area. And and he created a positive environment for not only his business but the community. And the community benefited because money was poured back into the community by him, because he employed the people of the community, and then he was engaged with doing certain things that uplifted and cleaned up and made the community better. I think this is Tell the Truth Tuesday. And here's the question for you. I told you I want you to look at your community level, your community capital, and what level it's on. But here's the question that I want you to ask yourself. How engaged am I in my community? And I want you to think about it. How engaged do you want to be? How engaged are you? How engaged do you want to be? And then what does that look like moving forward? These are the things that help you, that are going to help you as an entrepreneur. These are things that are going to help the people that you serve as well. And we should be in business to do both. And there's no reason why, if the entrepreneurs brands that were in our communities took a vested interest in our communities, that their level of community capital would be high, and then the community's community capital would be high as well. No reason for it. No reason that it shouldn't be and couldn't be. And it can be. But it's going to take a concerted effort in order to be able to do that. So I want you to think about your community capital level. I want you to seriously think about it today. I want you to really ask those that you serve how you can be a better and more impactful in the community, because you want to serve them. Put that on the table today. How can you be more engaged with the community that you serve? And they'll tell you. They'll tell you the things that they need. And those are the things that you take and you say, hey, these are the things that we can do, or we're working on that. These are things that that could be part of your goals or your assignment for the second half of 2024, going into 2025. But you have to make a concerted effort to increase your community capital level. That's what I'm here to talk about today. And all of this is in the grand scheme, these 12 forms of capital that I've been talking about last week and this week. It gives you the ability to be able to be a successful entrepreneur. It gives you the ability to be able to take your brand to the next level. Yeah, people who live in neighborhoods are not necessarily involved with the community because they do not share a common interest that a community needs to exist. Well, Keith, I don't know. Then why would they be in the community if they don't have a common interest? Like I said, they would only be there just to be able to take the money from the community if they don't have a commonality. If they don't have a common interest. Yeah, because the interest for them is what then? If there isn't a common interest, then is their interest only in taking the money, taking the capital out of the community? Or should there be a common interest in making the community better? That should be a common interest. Every business in a community should want to see that community be better. And the community also should want to see the community better. And together, what happens is the community becomes better because of the community capital that the brand or that the business pours into that community. I just gave the example of Magic Johnson. The common interest was to bring economic development into the community. He wanted that, his brand wanted that, and the community not only needed it, but they also wanted it. And they came together to create that economic development and that economic empowerment, that community capital. Now those communities that the Magic Johnson Theaters was in, that the Starbucks was in, those communities are stronger because of what Irvin Johnson did. And because they had a common interest. He wasn't interested in just coming in, taking the capital that was in the community out of, and moving it out of the community. That I think that they can. There should be a common interest in both of them. Otherwise, why are you there? You're only there for the money then. To me, that's just my opinion on it. But I want you as an entrepreneur to think about that. What's your community capital strategy? Your community capital plan. How are you going to, for those that you serve, how are you going to invest, be engaged in the community? And it's not even just about the money. It's about being engaged in the community. How well known is your name in the community? Do you do things that uplift that community? Are you engaged enough in that community to make it known that you're there? Or is it just that you're there and you don't want that presence? You just want to come, do what you do, let people buy what they want to buy, and then you move out. You roll out. In these communities, do not live correct. Well, that's you're entitled to your opinion, but no, you're not. You are obligated. Don't come to my community, take my money, and then move it out of my community. Part of that money should be invested back into that community because they are assisting you in making your business what your business is. And far too many businesses do that. And I talked about that in the first part of my of this, of my live, of my podcast, is you have businesses do exactly what you just said. They come in, they take people's money because they don't live in the community, so they don't have a vested interest in the community, and they pilfer that money out of the community and take it back to where? They take it back to their community and do what with it? They invest in their community. They invest in making their communities better. So you don't think that it's worth investing in the community of the people that you serve as a business? That's my point. And people can agree with it or disagree with it, but part of your, as an entrepreneur, as a brand, as a leader, part of your mindset should be, these people support me. They make my business what it is because they buy my product, services, whatever it is that I'm offering there. And I have an obligation, your word that you use. Yes, you do have an obligation because they are the only reason that your business is there. Because if they do, as I said, if you're not going to support my community, support the community that you are part of, then we won't support you. And you can take your business somewhere else and see how that works. Because there's no way that those businesses that have their businesses in these communities and take that money out of their community and they take it and put it in their community would allow someone's business to come into their community and take that money and move it outside of their community. Show me where they do that. I would love to see an example of that. But it's important for us as entrepreneurs to be engaged in the communities that we serve. That's part of how we serve them. That's how you raise the community capital that you have as an owner, as a brand, as a business. Because people see that you have a vested interest. You are a staple in the community. They know your name. They know who you are. They know that you're going to support whatever activities and things that go on in that community, because you want to make sure that it's known that, hey, we're here and we play a part in the success of the community. And folks can turn a blind eye to it if they want to, and not support. Take their money. Take the folks' money and move it out of their community as they've been doing, and put it in their community. And I'm not saying it has to be all of it, but a portion or percentage of it should be used to be able to build your community capital. How engaged are you? That's my question to every entrepreneur that has a business in whatever community it is. Doesn't matter what community that it's in. How what community capital do you have? And how engaged are you? Because I promise you, if you're engaged and you're putting money back into the people that you serve, they'll be as loyal as anybody in this world to you, because they see that. And I gave the example of Irving Johnson, the Magic Johnson theaters, the Starbucks. He intentionally put the Magic Johnson theaters, and I know specifically, I got upset when here in Baltimore he was trying to put a Magic Johnson theater right in the heart of Baltimore City. And it was going to be a part of this big economic development, and it was going to rejuvenate the community that it was a part of. It was going to bring other retail stores into the area, and I don't know what happened with the deal, but it never came to fruition. And that's a sad thing when you have businesses like that want to have a vested part in their community capital, that they, that deals don't get done. I think Oprah Winfrey tried to do the same thing too, where she was going to donate some money to the city here, and they wanted to, they wouldn't allow. She was trying to dictate where the money could be spent, and that deal fell through as well too. So show me a business is making relevant investment in the community that they do business. I just gave you an example, Keith. I just said the Magic Johnson theaters. His businesses were specifically in certain urban areas for that purpose, economic development, and they were there. They were going to be making a relevant investment. He has made a relevant investment across the country. It's been across the country. And the other one that I think of is her name is Pinky Cole. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she has the restaurant Slutty Vegan. She has restaurants in, I think, New York, here in Baltimore, down in different parts of Georgia. Vested interest, community capital. They have a vested engagement in the communities that they serve. So they're doing different things in the community to show that they are a part of that particular community. Yes, in Baltimore as well too. I know that they're I'm trying to think. Will Holmes, he has a vested interest in the entrepreneurs and the development. Dr. Bob Wallace here in Baltimore, he has his company that is doing some phenomenal things. His name is Amar Rima, is doing things to vested interest in the community that they are part of. I have several that I know of that are doing what I'm actually talking about. And they doing that part. Now, can they? Terrence Dixon, that owns a restaurant, Terra Cafe. Vital parts of the community. Their community capital is at a high level, because they play an integral part in the communities that they are part of. They not only serve the community, but they put their money into these communities as well. And it's more than just putting your money in the community. It's also about putting your products and services that you have available. And I'm talking from being tax preparers to restaurants, like I said, to solar panel development, offering jobs. These are things that they're doing. These are things that they're doing in order to be able to have a vested part in the community. Their community capital is vital, and they're not just taking their money. They're having their business in the community and just taking it out of the community. They're not just taking their product and the product and services is what they're offering in the community, but they're taking some of their revenue and making sure that the community being invested in the community and the different things that the community is trying to do. Why? Because it's actually, like I said, enhancing their brand reputation, which it does. And it's also creating positive environment for their businesses and those communities. So those are just a couple of examples here in here in Baltimore. And like I said, you can there are people that are doing it in pockets, but I'm talking as an overall. Let's raise our community capital, y'all. If this sounds like something that you want to do, that you want to put together a plan for yourself as an entrepreneur, as a brand, connect with me. I have the information. I'll put that in the description so that you can connect with us. Let's have a strategy session. Let's have a conversation about what your vision is, what your vision can be, and how we can make that happen. Like I said, all of these forms of capital that we're talking about, the 12 forms of capital, I want you to have a strategy for them and how you're going to be able to implement them, how they can impact you, your business, and your brand, and the community that you serve, and those that work for you, that work with you, and those that you serve. So I'll make sure that I have that. I'll be right back here tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the mental capital, your mental capital. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. So I want you to join me. I appreciate the engagement. I want you to go out, have a wonderful day. It's hot here this week, y'all. So stay hydrated. Make sure that you stay cool, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Coach Marcy, I'm drinking water. I gotta drink water this week because it's really gonna be hot this week. So I'll make sure that I increase my water intake. I'm getting there, Coach. So hope y'all have a super fantastic day. Go out and I want you to make someone's day better just because of the encounter that they had with you. I appreciate you. Susan, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, everybody. And we will see you all tomorrow right back here. Peace.